Dun dun da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. No, it's not going to turn into a musical because here's the deal. We are out of the basement, people. We are in. Where are we? We don't know because with CGI and graphics nowadays, it changes the game. It changes what you can do. You can add a little nugget in the back. If you're talking about nuggets, you add a nugget in. If you're talking about anthills, you add an anthill in. It looks like I'm in a sunflower field, and that's nice, and it's pretty. And you breathe in the air. I'm in a sunflower city of sunflowers. And now I'm in space, and I have to hold my... And now I'm out of space. And I'm eating lunch in Franklin Town. So you can literally go anywhere you want with CGI, and the technology nowadays is just amplifying. But I did have some help from the famous, the greatest Michael Bay. And if he's listening right now, he's watching. He watches all my podcasts live. He sits in the room across from me and watches it. And thank you to you guys for sticking around. As here's the deal, left. You know, we went somewhere else. We went somewhere to change my life, to change your life. What's happening to me? What is happening to this podcast? We moved. We're not in the basement anymore. We're not in that world. We're in high-tech reality world now. We're traveling through space and time to send you guys a podcast that you've never seen before in a time of day, in a time of time, because here's the deal. I'm bringing you the top of the line content, the top of the line graphics. CGI is insane on the show. I mean, you guys have probably seen in the past some of the little CGI things that we had, like the text popping up on the screen. Not many podcasts are doing that. I am one of the only podcasts out there in terms of great content that you're going to listen to. And yeah, I just adjusted the back of my seat while I was talking because my back hurts and I need lumbar support. I don't even know what lumbar is, but when people say it, it sounds like you need it. So I got lumbar support from this chair. Not my favorite chair. Going to bring in my famous old rusty chair once we get the podcast set up better in the back. But right now we're using CGI graphics to bring here's the deal to you guys on your home televisions or your home phone or Pornhub, wherever you guys are watching this. I pooped my pants when I had to move out of the basement. It was a sad moment. And then I tried to take down the sign. I really did. I tried to bring the sign with me. It's stuck. So the people that are moving in, they're going to start a podcast called Here's the Deal and just slap their faces on the side of mine on the background. And, whatever. This is cool of them. They can do that. Trademark, copyright, all that good stuff. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And we're on episode 14 of Here's the Deal. Let's get going.
When you want something real but not too real, here's the deal. 'Cause it's time to go and start the show. He's an average Joe that you should know. Kevin Kelly by. He does what he feels, so grab a meal and get ready for Here's the Deal.
I'm telling you guys, the song says it all. You grab a meal. You sit down for lunch, you eat a sandwich, you sit down for dinner, you have a nice pasta spaghetti dinner with the meatballs, and you have a good time, and you eat that with a fork, preferably a fork. I've tried, don't do that thing where you spin it in the spoon and then you eat it. That's too fancy. Don't stop going to fancy Italian places. Just put your hands in the spaghetti and eat it with your hands, or use a fork. Don't spin it around. Okay, we don't need to. You're not that fancy. Okay, so stop. We got a guest today. This guy, I lean back way more in this chair. I'm talking. You guys, the lumbar support in this chair is making oh man. But this guy, he's one of my friends. He's one of the top of the line guys out there who's changing the game in terms of reality, space, and time. And yeah, he knows a thing or two about CGI. And yeah, he knows a thing or two about being a scientist, being an EMT. What else? A salesman. What do you guys do? You're just sitting at home watching this. But he's done it all. He's literally I'm sure he's gone to like another country and done a few things before. And I am almost positive because I've seen pictures. I'm never doing anything they're doing, but I just want to know, like, hey, can I live my life through you? can I transfer my soul into your body and just let me live my life through your eyes or your feet, even if you're just your feet, because I have bad feet, so my feet hurt. And if I could live my life through your feet, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. All right. So you guys are, you don't want to listen to me talk the whole time. So let's bring on my guest. Let's bring on the man himself, Adrian Van Meiden. What's up, Adrian?
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
And I got a lot of angry emails from people saying, where's Adrian? We're gonna come after you. We're come after you with pitchforks, like I'm Frankenstein or something. So basically, I had to have you on.
Yeah, I've got some pretty aggressive followers, so I apologize for any backlash that you've received. But
yeah, we should talk about that a little bit. You run like this very exclusive Reddit, and it's very underground. I don't know much about Reddit. I don't even know what upvoting is. I mean, I've only heard that term, but it's your fans from Reddit reached out to me, and they basically creamed me, and I don't even have Reddit, and somehow I'm seeing it on other things.
I just have my own personal subreddit on Reddit, and I have about 3 followers on there, and we have a pretty tight knit group, and we don't really talk about anything. It's a pretty big deal, I think. The subreddit. So
that's what was that's what was crazy, because one of them was your grandma that reached out to me, and she said, "Hey, Sonny boy, you better get my boy onto the show." And I don't like to mess with grandmas. My grandma could probably kick my ass too. So when your grandma reached out to me and said, my son has worked his whole life for this, let him on, I had to do it. So
yeah, that sounds like grandma. No, and that's one thing I should mention is that those three subscribers I have are they're all family members. I don't know if that matters at all, but yeah, they are all family members.
You're seeing green, Adrian. That's the viewers get to see the good stuff, like the good CGI that I'm bringing in. I talked about in the beginning, like I had Michael Bay do some of the graphics for the show, so it's gonna look the best that it can be. But right now you're just seeing a green screen, so you're gonna have to use your imagination.
It's full-fledged right now. I got my imagination burning. I'm excited for you, though. It's cool to have a new spot. The green screen, you're stepping it up with the CGI, obviously. You're going to get, the next level of development to this podcast. I'm excited to see where this goes.
I'm in a new house. Let's be honest. Let's tell the viewers, I bought a house. And so this is my tomb. This is where I die. I signed the lease. It said, in 30 years, you'll be dead, and the money will go to the next person. Probably my girlfriend, because she's younger than me, so she'll probably get the money. So
how does that feel? How does that make you feel?
Well, pretty depressed. I just stare at these LED lights all day, waiting for my guests to come on. So it's not about being in a basement. Now I'm stuck in one room with one green screen, and a cat that just doesn't. He's relentless. Just scratches me every day.
Well, at least you're moving up in the world, Now you have a room instead of a basement, and you can look at it that way. But
I did. Okay, yeah. Technically, I moved up in terms of height, but I wouldn't say I moved up in terms of value to my life.
So like sea level, you're talking about like flood zone.
Yeah. So if there's a flood, I'm in great. I'm in a great condition. The fireworks were a little nuts in my neighborhood.
They were.
They were.
You're an old man now at the house, so it's different, right? A different lifestyle for you now, right? You can't be partying anymore. You have to go home and mow the lawn. You have to be up early and put your Reeboks on, right? It's different.
It's what's funny? I just got a catalog for Reebok. I didn't even order it, and I got a catalog for Reebok. It's like they know, like here, you're ready for the dad life. I don't even have a kid. Well, I guess you could count my cat as a kid. Because that's as much as I can handle in real life. But, the Reebok magazine came in the other day, and they're really pushing hard for me to wear those suckers. And I'm a Nike man. I'm a Nike man until I die. But at this point, Reebok is making sense.
But now you're a homeowner. You're going to start going to Olive Garden every other night. You're going to be wearing the Reeboks, the straight leg jeans. You're going to be mowing your lawn more than necessary. You're going to be straightening, edging your lawn. It's a different life now. I'm telling you, you're in it. For it.
I edged my lawn today, and I was doing at first. I'm like, yeah, this feels good. I'm doing yard work. I'm getting things done. And then when I was done, I was like, what where am I doing? Why am I doing this? And then I literally, I put my house up for sale already. So if you want to buy it, it's already up on the market. It's like the stock markets. It's like houses. You make enough, you mow your lawn, the value goes up, and now I can sell my house back to you.
I think that's what they call flipping houses. Yeah, you buy it, you mow the lawn,
flip
do
it,
a little landscaping, you sell it the next week for 3 times as much money. It's quick money.
I have never used the word lumbar in my life until I moved into a house. That's how sad this is.
The perfect storm, It's like one day you're out partying with your friends every night. You're just living it up. You're going out Wednesday through Sunday. The next minute, you're yelling at your girlfriend for interrupting you while you watch Downton Abbey.
I'm getting more recommendations on Netflix for that show. Yeah. And and we're running out of shows to watch because that's all you can do when you're in a neighborhood. You don't go out and do things anymore. Yeah. You just watch Downton Abbey. And I used to
real excited for Olive Garden on Tuesdays,
Oh, they have a special. So they have a good special on Tuesdays? Or is it just always all you can eat?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
These are things I hear. Yeah, but
you're right.
No, do you have a newspaper that comes around? Do they even do paper newspapers anymore?
Oh, they don't do newspapers, but I still ordered one. Like
you ordered one?
It was this guy. Oh, I just started playing music. Whoops.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Chili's, Outback Steakhouse, Applebee's, Olive Garden. Pick one.
I thought it was going to be like fuck, marry, kill.
I was going to do that at first, but then I ended up listening 4. So I had to just pick one, but
I'm going to
fuck, marry, kill. All right, so Outback Steakhouse.
Okay.
Olive Garden, Applebee's. Fuck, marry, kill.
I'd probably fuck Outback Steakhouse. Australians, they're just super hot. I think you got to marry Olive Garden.
Yep, that's it.
You got to marry Olive Garden because they provide for you. It's like a family setting. Not that, people could say the same about Applebee's, but I straight up would kill Applebee's. Because if you go to Applebee's, and I'm sorry, the person knows who he is and he watches this podcast. I'm sorry, stop going to Applebee's. No one likes it.
100%. And Olive Garden, unlimited breadsticks. Talk about
unlimited.
What else do you need in life?
So if someone's like, well, what do you want to do tonight? Pasta or pizza? What are you doing?
So I'm going pasta. So this is how boring white guy I am. I go to Olive Garden. I get the same meal every single time. Braised beef tortellini. Every single time I go to Olive Garden.
Oh man.
Which is, twice, 3 times a week. Some weeks,
Sure.
It's that's it. That's all I get. Braised beef tortellini.
And they know
unlimited breadsticks.
They know your name when you walk in too, right?
They know my name. Yep. Welcome, Mr. Van Meiden. We have your card on file.
We have your table ready to go.
Table ready to go. Yeah.
We have your breadsticks already warm because this is the same time you come every day.
Yep. 5:35 every time.
The tortellini's already on the table.
Warm glass of milk to go to wash it down with. In bed by 7:30. Easy. I wake up at 5:15 and just stare out the lawn for 2 hours.
But I guess that's what happens. We're getting older and we're doing things that you normally don't do. We were talking about we go to parties and you'd be like, our biggest worry was how many beers can we fit in a beer bong and chug. But now, man, it's 9:00.
Gotta get up in the morning.
I got to get up and stare at my grass in the morning and make sure it's growing.
Yeah.
Or else the neighbors will call the cops on you because they're worried you're dead or whatever the reason. So,
it's weird. So all the rage with the young kids is this esports. They're playing the video games and they're recording it and they make a lot of money. Did you know that this kid Ninja with blue hair?
Oh, yeah, I know the blue haired dipshit. Yeah.
Ninja, right? He last year he made $33 million. And Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Milwaukee Bucks was the MVP of the NBA last year. He made $26 million.
Oh my gosh.
Now that is just what a world we are living in.
And then what a jackass. All he does is sit on a chair. And this is something I'm not even doing ever. He sits in a chair. He wears headphones all day. He sits and talks to people online and plays video games. What a loser. I mean, what I do is different than that. Because I have different lighting, so that makes it different, and it makes sense why I do it. But
you also make more money than $33 million.
I make more money than $33 million. I make 33
In recognition.
In recognition. Yeah. My grandma calls me about that many times a day, and we talk, and she's like, "You're doing good. Just keep on posting those videos. You're gonna make it." And that's as far as I get. But I'd like to think that one day that could happen.
That's great. I like to hear that.
When they tell me, all right, so we want you to have Shaq, I'm gonna go, okay.
Nope.
I have someone just as big as Shaq. His name's Adrian.
6'1", 170 pounds. He's big.
He's a big dude. And add the beard, that's more right there.
Another pound right there. Easy.
We got to talk about our beards.
This is the quarantine life for me. This is just full on. I got to say, my girlfriend does not like the beard at all. She criticizes it quite frequently.
Oh, man.
She says this is the next tragedy of 2020 is this beard.
Yeah, I saw the article come out about it.
Gotten some mixed reviews so far, if anything, and mostly negative, I would say. But I would say mixed because I like it, so that's one person who likes it. But everybody else hates it, so we're just gonna settle on mixed.
Okay, well I'll tell you right there. If you like it, you got to keep doing it, or just because someone says your show is worthless and it's making me dumber for watching it, I'm still gonna do it because it's fun. We're talking.
Yeah.
And so the beard.
Do what makes you happy at the end of the day, right? Yeah. No, I haven't showered in 2 months. I mean, why? Why would I? Right?
Oh, 100%. I've worn this shirt for a week now since I moved in. I moved in, about a week ago, maybe a little less, and I've been wearing this shirt every day. It has a couple stains. I'm not, if I stand up, you'll see them. I'm not going to stand up and do that to you, but they're there, and it's bad. Adrian, you're kind of like you're a hard-hitting fact kind of guy, I feel like.
I like the idea of a hard-hitting fact. I think it sounds really good, but at the end of the day, I don't really know what a hard-hitting fact is. It sounds really good. Does it not sound good, like a hard-hitting fact?
Yeah, it does. And I immediately think of baseball, and I know you used to play baseball.
I used to play baseball.
So the fact that you like hard-hitting facts, it just goes hand in hand. I feel like baseball players, you bring up hard-hitting facts to them, are like, oh, let me think of a way I can knock this out of the park. And that's what they're thinking. And so you have that mentality where if someone throws a fact in your face, you're ready to hit it right back.
Just smack it.
So you have a couple hard-hitting facts for the audience.
One of the first ones that came up was an article. It's titled "Know Your Enemy," and it's about lice and some hard-hitting facts. So I thought I would dig into some facts about lice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's too much since we both have beards. Maybe that's not a good thing.
It hits a little close to home.
Close to home.
But we need to find ways to combat lice in any scenario. So let's bring this up.
Well, there's other ones here too. There's we can talk about hard-hitting facts about hail. I feel like hail.
Those actually hit hard. So
hard.
That's kind of scary.
This is 42 hard-hitting facts about Michael B. Jordan.
Who's Michael B. Jordan again?
He's from, he was the Torch in the new Fantastic. He was in Creed, and he was in Black Panther.
Oh, yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, we're best buds. I call him Mr. B. That's why, I didn't recognize Michael B. Jordan.
So, hard-hitting fact about Michael Jordan. The B in Michael B. Jordan stands for Bakari, which means noble promise in Swahili.
When we were hanging out, he just used to be Michael Jordan, and I was like, dude, you can't compete with that. You can't do that, man. You can't be MJ. You got to add a letter in there. And he's like, well, what about B? And I said, I think you're onto something. And then that's how it got started.
But anyway, hard-hitting facts are fun.
There's a thing. You probably saw the movie, and it kind of like changed my thought on, oh wow, you really don't see a lot of those anymore. And what I'm talking about are big penises. So I know this may not be something that you're used to talking about, but I had to bring it up because I saw the penis and I was like, you know what, Adrian is going to want to talk about this. The movie Walk Hard? The Dewey Cox story. There's a scene in that where they just had, I guess, an orgy or took a lot of drugs, and then this guy walks by, and then there's a penis.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I flipped out. I was like, whoa, they showed a penis. But you go to every other movie nowadays, and they, especially if you watch Game of Thrones, boobs. Every episode, boobs. Why don't we see more penises? in movies, but you see a boob or you see a vagina in almost every shot of Game of Thrones.
I think because penises are funny, I think they're just, and if in a dramatic scene, you see a penis, you see it in Walk Hard, and you laugh, right? Because it's funny.
I did laugh. I guess it's because it's like a floppy thing. It's like
it's not pretty.
If it's not a pretty thing to look at.
No, but penises are just inherently funny. Like it's just a thing hanging off of you. It's just, isn't that not a weird?
It's two balls and a wiener.
Yeah, I think people just don't want to see that. Like for a male to see a naked female, it's attractive, it's beautiful, and then you see it. Even women, they see a male penis, and it's just like,
oh,
what is that? That's weird looking. Look at that little turtle shell, like
you hear the terms one-eyed monster from time to time, and I just question it. I want penises. I also want them. I want to see them more. I'm just saying, when I watch a TV show, make it even. If you're gonna show two boobs, two breasts, then bring on a couple, like a pair of balls. Just have them.
I think that's fair. Equality, right?
I think it's about showing everything. This move has challenged me. It challenged me in a new environment. It challenged me to talk about penises on a podcast that I normally wouldn't talk about penises, but we talked about it. And you're challenging the world every day by going to Olive Garden and you're sticking to the same meal, but you're challenging yourself to go as often as possible, and that I commend that. Yeah, thanks for coming on, and don't forget this episode is sponsored by Lumbar Support. Get yours at a local hardware store near you.